I'm pleased to introduce our last presenters from this track number 5. Yan Dai from the Auburn University, Alabama, and Xi from East Carolina University. I think that Xi, will be with us. So, Xi, if you can to turn your video and microphone on.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Wonderful. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, good. And
Yeah.
okay, hi, I am Xiling. I am an assistant professor at East Carolina University in the US. My co-presenter, Yan Dai, she just came back to China, so it's midnight there. I guess she is sleeping at this moment. So on behalf of her, I'm going to introduce our study, changes in students' technology acceptance of the LMS after a variety of online learning experiences. Okay, so I will briefly talk about the background, research questions, some literature review, and our methods, and I will discuss the results and discussion. Okay, so for the background, I think today we all somewhat feel the same way, that our lives have been influenced a lot by the COVID-19 pandemic, which is also one significant factor that speeds up the implementation of online learning across the globe, especially in countries where traditional face-to-face instruction was the predominant teaching method before the pandemic. China is one of such countries where face-to-face instruction was the predominant teaching delivery method. So in response to the unexpected COVID-19 pandemic that dominated 2020, university in China had to launch completely online courses for the first time during the spring semester of the same year. It was also the first time many Chinese college students attended formal classes in a fully online environment, and many of them were forced to experience online learning without readiness. It was not easy for these first-time online students to transfer from traditional face-to-face learning to fully online learning. Specifically, it was a challenge for them to adapt to learning using an online learning management system during this emergent transition in the spring semester of 2020. Although many universities switched to face-to-face instruction when cases dropped, the number of confirmed new cases has risen due to the increasing number of inbound passengers. For example, Hebei province, where near Beijing, the capital city, was reported to experience an outbreak in early 2021 due to the possible reasons that some villagers contacted objects or waste from the airport or inbound passengers who were infected with the virus. Consequently, university in this province again moved back to online learning in the spring semester of 2021. During this time, the spring 2021, students were identified as experienced online learners. That is, had taken online courses in the spring semester of 2020. These students were assumed to be familiar with using technology tools, especially the learning management system, the LMS, for online learning in spring 2021. So with this assumption in mind, our study explores and compares this students' acceptance of using the LMS for online learning between their first time and second time fully online learning experiences. To be specific, our study was guided by the research questions. What are the differences in students' technology acceptance of using the LMS given their different online learning experiences? It is also expected that this study will help higher education professionals better understand Chinese college students' online learning experiences and thus provide relevant support in fully online learning environments. Okay, literature review. We all know that the LMS makes it easy for learners to conduct online learning anytime, anywhere. The LMS provides multiple functions, include distributing the learning content, facilitating instructional activities, delivering resources, monitoring exams, and evaluating learning objectives. This tool also facilitates communication and collaboration between the instructors and students through online conversations using message or discussion boards. Therefore, the LMS has been used widely among universities to support student online learning. On the other hand, students' perception of using the LMS affects their online learning. Previous studies indicated that students' anxiety of using a technology tool affects their interaction with this tool. In other words, students who are anxious about using the LMS often experience feelings of frustration, the potential of the embarrassment, disappointment, and fear of the unknown. A higher level of technology anxiety they have, a lower level of academic performance they will have. They may also intend to avoid using the LMS for academic purposes. On the opposite, students with a lower level of technology anxiety are more likely to hold positive attitudes regarding using the LMS. If they believe the LMS is helpful for their learning, they are more likely to use it in the future. So according to previous studies, some components consist of students' acceptance of using the LMS, including usefulness and perceived ease of use. These two factors often influence students' intentions to adopt the LMS and their satisfaction with using it. Specifically, positive perceived ease of use would lead to an active attitude towards using the LMS. Students with a positive perceived ease of use regarding utilizing the LMS usually think highly of this platform and are more likely to use it. Likewise, when users believe that they can easily handle learning through the LMS and they find this tool useful, they will prefer to continue using it for online study. Meanwhile, students' previous online learning experiences may also greatly impact their perceptions towards using the LMS. Some previous online learning experiences will contribute to students' positive learning attitudes. Compared to students new to online learning, those who have had previous online learning experiences often express a higher level of comfort and less anxiety towards using the LMS for online study. And they are more ready and confident to be online learners. And these students can also use more effective strategies when taking online courses. Additionally, technical difficulties often lead to online learning challenges, such as interaction issues between the users and the LMS. And these technical issues may further impact students' beliefs, attitudes, perceptions, intentions, and even their behaviors towards using this learning platform. So since face-to-face instruction was the predominant course delivery method in China before the pandemic, most Chinese college students may have limited previous online learning experiences during the emergent transition. After attending fully online learning courses in one semester, these students with experiences of one semester's involvement in a completely online learning environment probably were more ready when taking online courses during the spring semester of 2021. So when Chinese college students attended fully online learning courses for the first time, which in spring semester of 2020, minimum technical support was available for them due to the insufficient preparedness of providing fully online courses in higher education in China. So compared with the limited assistance and experiences they received when new to online learning, these students may receive more technical support when using the LMS during their second time taking online courses. Moreover, their first-time online experiences will motivate them to use specific strategies for online learning wisely because they have experience. So with more readiness for online learning, their attitudes towards using the LMS may also change. Therefore, these students' technology acceptance of using the LMS between these two times of online learning may vary. So, however, limited studies have explored Chinese college students' technology acceptance of using the LMS in fully online learning environments, and no study has explored how previous online learning experiences may impact Chinese college students' technology acceptance of using the LMS in a completely online learning environment. As a result, our study aimed to fill this gap by exploring the differences of Chinese college students' technology acceptance of using the LMS at two different times when they study in a fully online learning environment. So here comes our method. A total of 262 Chinese college students were recruited at a large four-year public university located in Hebei province, which I just mentioned, where students were taking online courses in spring 2020 and spring 2021. Among the usable responses, 64 were reported as male, 138 were female, and 4 did not disclose their gender. And the age range of our participants was from 18 to 29 years old, with a mean equals to 20. All the participants attended fully online courses during this 2 semester, and in between, they switched to face-to-face courses. So in these studies, we considered students taking online courses in the spring semester of 2020 as their first time formal and fully online learning experiences. Our study was adopted, our survey was adopted from the technology acceptance model inventory, which has been used to evaluate students' attitudes towards web technology adoption in higher education settings. The TAM is a 28 7-point Likert type scale, ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 7 strongly agree. Some example items include I am satisfied with the internet speed. So this inventory with subscale content subscales include SQ, system quality, perceived self-efficacy, facilitating conditions, perceived ease of use, perceived usefulness, attitude towards using, and behavior intention to use. A higher score indicates a higher level of technology acceptance. So our participants answered the TAM questionnaire pertaining to their current stage, the spring of 2021. Next, following an anchoring prompt, they were then asked to complete the same survey again pertaining to their recalled experiences in the spring of 2020. And the Cronbach alpha of this subscale ranges from 0.84 to 0.94 for the spring of 2020 survey, and from 0.88 to 0.95 for the spring of 2021 survey, indicating the validity of our whole survey. And the original items were in English, and we translated into Chinese. Data was analyzed via SPSS. Descriptive statistics was used to examine students' demographic status. A paired t-test was conducted to compare the differences in students' technology acceptance of the LMS between their first and second time taking online courses. The alpha level was set at 0.05. And here comes our results. Our results indicate that actually there was a statistical significant increase in TAM scores from time 1 to time 2, the first time and second time. And to be specific, there was an increase in FC, which is facilitating conditions, from spring 2020 to spring 2021, indicating that students had a higher level of belief regarding the availability of online learning resources that they could use within the LMS when taking online courses during the spring semester of 2021. Similarly, there was an increase in PU, which is perceived usefulness, from time 1 to time 2, showing that students had a high level of belief towards using the LMS for online learning during the second time attending the fully online courses. And finally, there was an increase in ATT, which is attitude towards using technology from Taiwan to time 2, stating that students were more positive regarding using the LMS for online learning during the spring semester of 2021. However, no significant differences was found regarding student scores on the SQ, system quality, PSE, perceived self-efficacy, the POU, perceived ease of use, and also the BI, behavior intention to use, between these 2 times. So our findings show that students' previous online learning experiences significantly affect their technology acceptance of using the LMS. To be specific, with preparedness when taking online courses for the second time, students were more sophisticated towards using related online learning resources provided in the LMS. They also expressed a higher level of belief in the usefulness of using the LMS for online study. And these students hold more positive attitudes towards using the LMS in online courses during the second fully online learning semester. Additionally, with a growth of online learning experiences, students are more likely to believe in the availability of the related online learning resources that they could obtain and use within the LMS. They also have a stronger belief that using the LMS will enhance their learning performance. And finally, they are positive regarding using the online learning platform. However, our findings argues that prior online learning experiences could not impact students' intention to use the LMS. Likewise, previous online learning experiences, in fact, do not contribute to students' perspectives regarding the proficiency level of using the LMS in our study, and their beliefs about their own capabilities of using this tool were not found to be related to their previous learning experiences in these studies. One assumption we believe is because it's a short period of time, so it would be better if we could do another study when the students take the online courses for multiple times, and then the results may change. So overall, our study provides insights regarding Chinese college students' technology acceptance of using the LMS. Comparing their first time and second time fully online learning experiences, findings demonstrate that students' previous online learning experiences can significantly enhance their acceptance of using the LMS. Specifically, they are facilitating conditions, perceived usefulness, and their attitudes toward using the LMS. With the growth of the online learning experiences, students will have a stronger belief that they could find available learning resources in this tool. So prior online learning experiences will additionally boost students' learning performance and enhance their positive attitudes towards using this tool for online learning. Considering the importance of online learning experiences for students' future technology acceptance of the LMS, higher education policymakers and professionals should provide policy, technology, and pedagogical support for online courses. First and foremost, higher education institutions should ensure the quality assurance of students' initial online learning experiences. All relevant attempts should be made towards a successful beginning of the adoption and implementation of the LMS among college students. For example, the Chinese Ministry of Education has proposed the guidance on the organization and management of online teaching in higher education institutions during pandemic prevention and control period, which requires national and local governments to support colleges and university together with the whole society to joint implementation of online education. So the government and higher education stakeholders should continue to propose related policies and strategies so as to further facilitate the development of online education in China, so as to improve the online learning conditions and support students to access online learning in all ways. In addition, the LMS developers should involve user-friendly, personalized, and self-paced interfaces to improve the user experiences of an LMS tool, especially for first-time online students. Who are usually feel anxious about their learning experience and how to use a learning management system to study. So and also we believe that an online mentor system will also be valuable to students new to online learning. We believe that this kind of system will help students navigate the LMS and then accept using this tool smoothly. Because training paradigms can make a difference to individuals' existing technology acceptance, as stated by scholars. Online learning tips and technology trainings should be included in students' orientations and online learning preparation programs or workshops, along with efficient IT support and intervention. Last but not least, online instructors should pay attention to online teaching pedagogy as well as providing online technology assistance, online office hours, and assigning teaching assistants to help students, especially those who are first time taking online courses. Some limitation in our study. First, our study was only conducted at one university in China. Therefore, the conclusion cannot represent the whole Chinese college students population. Second, survey was conducted in only one province, which is kind of a well-developed province. So more participants should be recruited in other provinces, especially the less developed provinces, where university may not access or obtain too much technical support. So more participants should be recruited in those type of provinces in order to support or argue the conclusion of the study. And moreover, instructors' readiness for online teaching may be another confounding factor that influence students' differences in technology acceptance. With more online instruction experiences, instructors may be more professional in online teaching, which could further influence students' online learning experiences. Overall, our study provides evidence showing the differences in Chinese college students' online learning technology acceptance of using the LMS between two fully online learning semesters. And findings demonstrate that students' previous online learning experiences can enhance their acceptance of using this tool. Therefore, higher education professionals should provide opportunities or options for students to take completely online courses in universities in China. Being familiar with online learning will pave students' way for their further online learning, thus reducing their learning anxiety and online courses dropout rate. And then future studies should also explore other factors that influence students' technology acceptance of using the LMS across different ages, gender, and social groups in diverse learning contexts, such as in synchronized, asynchronous, or hybrid online courses, so as to provide more comprehensive perspective and insights. That's all. Thank you.
So thank you very much for your presentation. It was so much inspiring, especially regarding the results, the statistical results you share with us. There are, yes, very big room for improvements. There are no questions for you in the Q&A box, but I have a personal question for you. The first one is very technical, just how the participants were selected, because you mentioned that was one university of one province of China. So how specifically do you select the participants to your research?
Yeah, that's a good question. So first of all, we choose this university because it is public comprehensive university, which admits students across the nation. So we expect that this way, when they admit students, would ensure a kind of diversity of students' backgrounds. And then second, one of our authors, I mean, Yan Dai, she has connections with this university, and then she asked some of her colleagues who worked at this university to distribute a survey as a third party. So we have no idea who they distribute the survey to, but this way, we believe that this way will keep the anonymity of the participants. Okay. And then they actually participate the survey across the different majors, not only in one department or college. They distribute the survey in the whole university. So actually, we have students majoring in both STEM and STEM fields.
Ah, perfect. Mm-hmm. And another question, do you mention, especially at the beginning of your presentation, the term anxiety related to the use of technology, and also the frustration that students can have in relation to the use of technology for online courses for the entire semester, especially during the pandemic. So, how do you think the general idea of well-being in education could be linked to the digital use of technology and the digital learning, taking into consideration this particular characteristic of learning in a digital way?
So you mean like how they like the mental or well-being and to deal with the digital? Yeah, I think that's a really good question, because some like online learning actually in China, so it has been implemented, but in some way, but usually it's just a supplement to face-to-face courses before the pandemic COVID-19. So most of the students actually, they don't have much experiences with fully online learning courses, especially when they learn at home. So many of them actually show anxiety about using the learning management system during the quarantine, and then also at home for online learning. So I believe, we believe that the first semester when they took online courses, they may feel like, I don't know what to do with this tool, how to do with this button, how to submit a homework. But after the first semester, during the second semester, they already get familiar with this technology tool, and then they know, I know how to submit the assignment. And I also know how to communicate with my peers or the instructor online through the system. So they may feel more ease about using the LMS when study online. So I think help them to provide more options for the students to access to online learning is very important, which will reduce their anxiety if in the future, in any case, the student have to switch back to fully online learning again. So this will help them to be more ready for fully online learning. And then second, I think the second strategy I would propose is to ask the teacher or the instructor or the university to provide more the consulting and then also the IT support for those students. Because sometimes when the students, some students usually would turn in their assignment by the end of the deadline, by the deadline. So sometimes they may feel anxious when they figure out, there's no way, or there's something wrong with the system. Yes. So I think it would be good to to help them or to give them a tour during an orientation, or to provide them 24 hours, 7 days IT support, to rank as emergency, or it's not an emergent case, something like that. So they could find somebody to help them with. I think that would be another good strategy. And finally, I would suggest a mentor and mentee or peer support teams. This will help students, especially those new to online learning, to contact with students who already have experiences with online learning. So these will also give them some support, not only from the academic support or using the tool, but also a kind of a a mental support, so they may feel more ease. Sometimes students may feel more comfortable to discuss questions with their peers instead of with the instructor. So that's my suggestions.
Yeah, that's a pivotal point. Yeah, and I think also that the link with the high school could support a lot the development of these kind of skills and attitudes. In this sense, probably we can have a direct, impression about that in the next years. In the next few years, where where students from high school completely digitalized during the pandemic will be at university and then have probably other online courses. But yes, thank you so much for your inspiring thoughts, Xi. And yes, we are at the end of our session. So thanks once again to our presenters and to all the participants to track number 5. It's time for a short break now. So in-presence attendees could reach the third floor and the next parallel session will start in 15 minutes. So have an amazing conference and enjoy the conference. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.